Only Kushi and Alexander have joined yet. So we will wait for other students to join in, then we will continue. And one more thing, I'll have some problem with my camera today, so I won't be able to turn on my camera. So you'll have to manage the session without the camera.
Okay, sir.
Meanwhile, if any of you have any doubt, you can ask. So until everyone else join, let's just revise everything. So in the previous class, we have started this topic, the reconstitution of firm, wherein we have understood the basic meaning of the reconstitution, wherein I told you that reconstitution is a change in the existing agreement on account of whenever there is the change in the profit sharing ratio or admission of a partner, retirement of the existing partner or death of partner. All these are the various reasons on account of which reconstitution may take place. Then we started discussing the first scenario, which will lead to the constitution of the firm, which was the change in the existing profit sharing ratio. And while discussing the change in PSR, I've told you that whenever profit sharing ratio changes, we need to make few adjustment regarding the first of all, we need to find out the sacrificing or the gaining ratio of the existing partner. Then we need to do the treatment of the goodwill, treatment of the revaluation of the assets and liabilities also required, and the treatment of the profit losses reserves is also required to be done. So until now, we just discussed the calculation of the sacrificing and the gaining share of the partner. We in today's class, we will be discussing about the treatment of the accumulated profit of the reserves and or the losses. How do we treat the losses, reserves, and the profit? We will also talk about the workman compensation in today's session. So while discussing the PSR, we did these question number 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72 also. I think 72 I gave you for your homework. So I hope all of you must have done this question till now. So if anyone have doubt regarding these topics, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll move to the next concept, which is the treatment of the reserves and losses and the profits.
Sir,
Anyone have any loss?
Sir, I didn't do 71 and 72. Actually, I thought it was economics class today.
You thought it's economics actually. All right. Yes. So, and question, what about you? You tried this question number 72 or not?
Sir, no. Sorry.
No problem. So have you tried this question? I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, I was not able to do it.
Okay. So in that case, I guess we should start our session with question number 72 only, and then we'll move to the new concept. So let's just quickly do question number 72. First of all, let's read the entire question. A, B, and C are partners sharing the profit and losses with the ratio of 5:4:1. Calculate new profit sharing ratio, sacrificing ratio, and gaining ratio in each of the following cases. So we have 5 different scenarios, and in all 4 different cases, wherein in all 4 cases we need to find out the profit and the sharing and the sacrificing and the gaining share, the new profit sharing ratio, and the gaining. Okay, so all these things are required to be find out in this question: profit sharing ratio, the sacrificing ratio, and gaining ratio. So let's start with question number 72, case number 1. Just a minute. Solution to question number 72. And we are discussing case number 1. All right. So first of all, what is the existing ratio of the partner? What are the existing ratio of the partner? 5:4:1 is the existing profit sharing ratio. So the existing profit sharing ratio is 5:4:1. And whenever we need to find out the sacrificing share, the first thing that we need to find out in this question is sacrificing or the gaining share. This is the first thing that we are required to do. Sacrificing and gaining share is required to be find out. For that purpose, to find out the sacrificing or the gaining share, we have to apply the formula new shares minus the old share. So new share, what is the new profit sharing ratio of the partner? In the question, what is the new profit sharing ratio? So the new profit sharing ratio. All right, we need to find out the new profit sharing ratio. No? Question is only saying that we need to find out the new profit sharing ratio. Okay. So first of all, we'll find out the sacrificing and the gaining ratio of the partner. So in case 1, what is happening? In case first, C is acquiring 1/5 share from A. C is acquiring 1/5 share from A. That means A's share was, earlier the share was 5/10, right? Since the ratio was 5:4:1, that means A's share must be 5/10 earlier. Now he is giving 1/5 of his share to C, right? He is giving 1/5 share to C, and C's share was earlier, the share was 1/10, and C will be gaining 1/5 share. All right. So the new profit sharing ratio of A and C will be, new profit sharing ratio for A and C will be what? So it will be 10 and 5 minus 2, so 3/10. And for C, it will be 10, 1 plus 2 equals to 3/10. So that means new profit sharing ratio will be 3:3. And 3:2:1. Right? Earlier the ratio between A, B, and C was 5:4:1. Now, just a minute. Now the new ratio will be 3:4:1. Only the ratio of A and C will change in first situation. And as far as the, just let me change this as well. This is the calculation for the new profit sharing. New profit sharing ratio will be 3:4:1. All right, case first is clear to all of you. Alexander, is this clear to you? Kushi?
Yes, teacher. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now moving on to case second. The case second says that she acquires 1/5 share equally from A and B. All right, so this time C is acquiring share from both the partners A and B equally. So first of all, to find out the new profit sharing ratio, what we will do, new profit sharing ratio. Keep that in mind, the existing profit sharing ratio is 5:4:1. In case 2, we have to find out the new profit sharing ratio. So A, B, and C. A's existing share is 5/10. B's existing share is 4/10. And C's existing share is 1/10, right? Now, it is saying in the question that C is gaining 1/5 share from A and B. That means A is going to sacrifice 1/5 of his share, and B is also going to sacrifice 1/5 part of the share. And C will be gaining only. C will gain 1/5 from A, and C will also acquire 1/5 from B. All right. Okay. So now let's just calculate their existing share. So after subtracting 1/5 out of 5/10, we will get 10. 5 minus 2. This will be 3/10, right? And similarly, subtracting 1/5 out of 4/10, we will get, taking LCM of the denominator, we will get 10. Then 4 minus, it will be 2. So that means 2/10. And similarly, in the last case, taking the LCM of all the denominator value, 10, 5, and 5, that means we will get the LCM as 10. So 10 divided by 10 will be 1. 10 divided by 5 will be 2, and multiplied by 1, it will be 2. That's 2. That means 5/10. So the A share is 3/10, B share is 2/10, C share is 5/10. That means their new profit sharing ratio will be 3:2:5. This is the new profit sharing ratio of the partners. Got it, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And as far as the sacrificing ratio is concerned, because question is also asking for the calculation of the sacrificing or the gaining ratios. So sacrificing ratio will be, see, only one partner is gaining the share, so we won't be able to find out the gaining ratios. And 2 partners are sacrificing, so in that situation, we will be able to find out the sacrificing ratio. So A is sacrificing how much? 1/5, and B is also sacrificing 1/5. That means sacrificing ratio will be 1:1. Got it? Is this clear? Since both the partners A and B are sacrificing in the equal proportion, 1/5, 1/5, that means the sacrificing ratio is 1:1. Got it, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was case number 2. Sir, why didn't we calculated the sacrificing share in the previous case? Because only one partner is gaining and one partner is sacrificing. So in order to find out the gaining or sacrificing shares, we need to have at least 2 partners who are gaining and who are sacrificing. If there is only one partner gaining and sacrificing, we won't be able to find out the ratios. To find out the ratio, there must be at least 2% either sacrificing or gaining. So therefore, we didn't calculate the sacrificing or the gaining ratio in the previous situation. Now let's talk about the case number 3. Case 3. Case 3 is saying that A, B, and C will share future profit and losses equally. All right. So since A, B, and C all are going to share the profit and losses equally, that means their new profit sharing ratio is already given now. We won't have to find out the new profit sharing ratio. Since they have agreed to share the profit and losses equally, that means their ratios will be 1:1:1. Got it? In case 3, we won't have to make any calculation for finding out the new profit sharing ratios. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Only the gaining or the sacrificing ratio we'll have to find out. So so as far as the new profit sharing ratio is concerned, new profit sharing ratio. Question itself says that all the partners are going to share the profit and losses equally. The new profit sharing ratio is definitely going to be 1:1:1. Okay, so we don't have to make any calculation for that. Now let's talk about the second part of the question. In this question, we will be calculating the sacrificing and the gaining ratio of the partner as well. So for sacrificing and gaining shares, gaining ratio, how much they are sacrificing and gaining, part how much proportion of the shares they are gaining or sacrificing. So the formula for finding out the gaining and sacrificing share for A, B, and C. First of all, write down the new profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio is 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And subtracting the old profit sharing ratio out of it. Old profit ratio was 5/10, right? Then 4/10, and then 1/10, right? Now we will find out the sacrificing or the gaining. So in order to subtract 5/10 out of 1/3, we will first of all take the LCM of the denominator value. So we will get 10, right? And then not 10, sorry, we'll get 30. 30 divided by 3, we will get 10. 10 into 1 will be 10. And then 15. So ratio will be -5/30. So in the previous classes, I have told you that whenever we get the negative value, that means that partner is sacrificing. So if the share is -5/30, that means A have sacrificed 5/30. Which sacrifices 5/30. Similarly, we will find out the sacrificing or gaining share for B. So it will be 30 and 10 minus 12. This time also we will get the negative value, -2/30. So that means B is also sacrificing. Who is gaining? Only C must be gaining. So it will be 30, 10 minus 3. It is 7/30. Got it, everyone? This is the sacrifice. See, this is the sacrificing share by A. This much have been sacrificed by B, and this is gain of C. All right, everyone. Alexander, Kuchi, Hiba.
Yes, sir.
Right. After that, we need to find out the sacrificing ratios. So for finding out the sacrificing ratio, we won't be able to find out the gaining ratio since only one partner is gaining. So we don't have to find out the gaining ratio. And two partners are sacrificing. So we will be able to find out the sacrificing ratio. One is sacrificing 5/30 and second one is 2/30. So that means 5/30 is 2. 2/30. The ratio is 5:2. Got it, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I did 3 cases for you. Last one I'm skipping. I'm giving you for your homework. I'm sure that this time you will be able to do this. Case number 4. Done?
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. So this was all about the calculation of the sacrificing and gaining share or the ratios of the partner. Now we are going to start a new concept, which is called the treatment of the accumulated profit and reserves. All right, so we'll talk about this. And let me tell you one more time, guys, those who have joined late, there's some problem with my camera today. I won't be able to turn on my camera. So you'll have to pay more attention because my face is not visible. you will only be able to hear my voice. So please pay attention. If you have any doubt, do let me know. So we'll talk about the treatment of the accumulated profit and losses. So I've told you in the last session that whenever there is change in the existing profit sharing ratio, we need to do few adjustment. First adjustment is regarding the calculation of the existing calculation of the new profit sharing ratio. Then the second thing that we need to do is the treatment of the accumulated profit reserves and the losses. So first thing that we need to understand is the meaning of the accumulated profit or the meaning of accumulated profits or reserves. All right. So see, let me tell you, accumulated profit basically means the profit which has been earned in the previous years, earned by the partners in the previous years from the operation of business. While operating the firm from operation of business, let's suppose firm have generated 3 lakh in the last, for example, let's suppose in the last 2 years period, firm have generated 3 lakhs of profit. Out of this 3 lakh, partners have decided to distribute among themselves 1,50,000, and the remaining 50,000 is yet to be distributed. All right, so the profit which is not yet distributed among the partners is called accumulated profit. The profit, which you can also call it retained earnings, retained profit of the firm, retained profit, which was not earlier distributed among the partner. So this profit was kept by the partners, keeping in mind that they will be for investing it in the business for the purpose of expansion of the firm. So for any other or any other purpose, partners have decided to keep this much of profit in their business, and this profit will be shown in the profit and loss in the balance sheet. Okay, let me show you. Whenever there is accumulated profit, you will find the accumulated profit in the balance sheet of the firm. Let's suppose this is the balance sheet of the firm. So on the liability side of the balance sheet, here we will be able to see the profits, or you can also call it accumulated profit. All right. So let's suppose accumulated profit is still there, 50,000. Accumulated profit basically means the profit which was not earlier distributed among the partners. It is kept by the partners so as to invest it in the business for the purpose of expansion or for any other purpose in the future. All right, so this is accumulated profit. And similarly, there are certain reserves which firm maintain. Reserves may also be there in the balance sheet. Reserve is a part of profit. Reserve is also a part of profit. So let's suppose there is a reserve of 20,000 or 30,000 in the balance sheet. So this is called accumulated profit, and the proportion of profit which is kept as a reserve is called the general reserve. You can also call it general reserve. Okay. So the thing is that whenever reconstitution is taking place, on account of admission of partner or retirement of partner or the death of partner, we have two options. Either we can distribute the accumulated profit among the partner. We can distribute accumulated profits among the partners. This is the option number 1. We can distribute the accumulated profit among among the partners. Which partner? The old partner in the old ratio, old profit sharing ratio. This is the first option we have with respect to the accumulated profit or reserves. The second thing we can do, we don't want to distribute it among the partner. We want to show it in the balance sheet. We don't want to distribute. We don't want to distribute. Okay, so we have basically two options. Either we can distribute the existing accumulated profit among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio, or we may decide not to distribute this profit among the partner. That means we still wanted to show the accumulated profit or reserve in the books of account. We want to show the profits and reserves in the accounts in future as well. So we have basically two options. Either we want to show it in the books of account or not. If we don't want to show it in the books of account, then we have the option to distribute it among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. And if partners decide to show it in the books of account, that means they do not want to distribute the profits or the reserves, then they can also do that. So for this purpose, whenever they want to distribute the accumulated profit among themselves, then in such a situation, we need to pass a particular journal entry. Then in this situation, journal entry is required. And in this situation, if partners have decided not to distribute it among the partners, rather they will be showing it in the balance sheet in future as well. That means in such a situation, we will also be passing a journal entry. This is called adjustment journal entry. So we need to pass the adjustment journal entry if we want to show it in the balance sheet. And if we do not want to show it in the balance sheet, then we have the option to distribute it among the partners. Got it, guys? Everyone? So let me tell you again, accumulated profit is what? Accumulated profit is the profit which is kept by the business from the previous earnings, which is not yet distributed among the partners. All right, partners have decided to keep a proportion of profit in the balance sheet, or considering that they will be investing this profit in future. And similarly, they may have made a reserve out of it. So whenever there is accumulated profit or reserve, in such a situation, treatment will be done depending upon whether partners want to distribute the existing profit among the partners, or they do not want to distribute the accumulated profit among the partners. If they want to distribute it among the partners, then in such a situation, we will have to pass the journal entry and distribute the existing accumulated profit among the partners. And this journal entry will be done. Journal entry for the distribution of the accumulated profit will be profit or reserves account debit. If we are distributing the profits, then profits account debit. Or if we are distributing the reserves, then in such a situation, reserves account debit. 2. The existing partners capital account. To the existing partners capital account. And the reserves of profit will be divided in the old profit sharing ratio. And similarly, if partner have, instead of dividing it among the partner, they have decided to keep it in the balance sheet and show it in the books of account and in future as well. So in such a situation, the journal entry will be gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. All right, everyone. Is this clear to all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Hibah, Mariam, Khushi. Anyone have any doubt? Anything that anyone didn't understood?
Sir, can you explain it again?
All right. Let's do. See, what I'm saying is that whenever there are accumulated profits in the balance sheet or reserves in the balance sheet, then we need to do the treatment depending upon the choice of the partners. If partner decide to show such accumulated profit and reserve in the future, in the books of account and future as well, then the separate treatment will be done. And if they decide to distribute such accumulated profit or reserves among themselves, then in such a situation, separate kind of transaction or the treatment will be done. See, let's suppose there is a balance sheet. Let me show you. Let's suppose there is a balance sheet of the firm, balance sheet of X, Y, Z. And in that balance sheet, on the liability side, firm have accumulated profit. Accumulated profits. All right, let's suppose accumulated profit was of rupees 1 lakh. And similarly, there was a reserve. There is a reserve of rupees 50,000 as well. Okay, so this is the current status of the balance sheet. Now, what is happening? Reconstitution is taking place. Why reconstitution is taking place? Reconstitution is happening because of the, let's suppose, because of the admission of a new partner. One new partner is being admitted into the partnership, admission of new partner. All right, let's suppose earlier there were only two partners, A and B. Now they have decided to add one more partner, which will be C. So the new partner will be C. So A, B, and C will now be the partner. The problem is that the profit which is being shown in the balance sheet, this profit, who have earned this profit? A and B collectively have made this profit, right? And reserve is also part of the profit. And this profit is this reserve is also earned by A and B collectively. The problem is that when the new partner enters into the business, the existing partner may not be willing to share this profit with the new partner, right? The existing partner, the old partner may not be willing to share the reserves of the business or the profits of the business with the new partner. So there are two options. There are two options with the old partners. Either number one, they may decide to distribute the existing accumulated profit and reserves among themselves. That means A and B both will take the proportion of the accumulated profit and reserve depending upon their existing profit sharing ratio. That means if they are the equal partners, so they will be taking 1/2 and 1/2 of the accumulated profit and reserve. All right, and there is a possibility also that they both of them are willing to show the accumulated profit and reserve in the balance sheet in the future as well. First of all, the first scenario is that they may not be willing to show the existing accumulated profit and reserve in the future balance sheet. In that case, they will be dividing the accumulated profit and reserve among themselves, or there is a possibility that they may be interested in carry forward this accumulated profit and reserve in the future balance sheet or the future books of account as well. So if they are willing to carry forward this accumulated profit and reserve in the future books of account, in such a situation, treatment will be different. If they have decided to distribute accumulated profit and reserve among themselves, then in such a situation, treatment will be different. Got it, everyone? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that this is what I'm trying to explain you, that if they are not willing to, if they do not want to show it in the books of account, that means they are willing to distribute the accumulated profit among themselves. Books of account. Then in such a situation, this treatment will be done. We will be passing a journal entry. What journal entry we will be passing? We will be passing general entry. First of all, we'll debit the profit or the profit and loss account, P&L account, or the reserve account, depending upon whatever we are distributing. Reserve account debit or general reserve account debit to the existing partners in their old ratio. So that means if we have two partners, A and B, we'll write down A's partners capital account, but A's capital account to B's capital account. All right, everyone, is this clear? So for the time being, let's suppose the existing profit sharing ratio is 1:1. That means if profit and loss is 1 lakh and reserve is 50,000. So the sum total of 1 lakh and 50,000 will be 1,50,000. So the entire value will be divided among the partners equally. That means 75,000 will be taken over by A and 75,000 will be taken over by B. Got it? This is how we will be doing the treatment if they want to distribute the existing accumulated profit and reserve among themselves. Tell me, everyone, is this clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear. And the second situation may be that they still want to show the accumulated profit and reserve in the books, that means in the balance sheet. So if they want to show it in the books of account, then treatment will be different. So in that case, the treatment will be gaining partners account debit, to sacrificing partners. This will be the general. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? So it clearly shows that in the second situation, we will have to first of all find out the gaining and the sacrificing share of the partners. And depending upon the gaining, which partner is gaining or sacrificing, we will be passing the journal entry. Done, everyone? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want all of you to write it down quickly, starting from this treatment of accumulated profit and reserves. So treatment depends upon the decision of the partners. Number one, the decision could be that they do not want to show the accumulated profit and reserve in the books of account in future. All right. So in such a situation, profit and reserve must be distributed among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. And there is a possibility that they want the accumulated profit and reserve to be shown in the books of account in future. That means in futures, whenever the balance sheet they will be preparing in future, they want to show the existing accumulated profit and reserves in the balance sheet as well. So in such a situation, we need to pass the adjustment entry. An adjustment entry will be very simple. The gaining partner's account will be debited to the sacrificing partner's capital account. Note it down quickly. Let me know as soon as you're done. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone else? Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we have decided to, if we have decided not to show the accumulated profit and reserve in the balance sheet or in the future books of account, then in such a situation, this general entry will be done. So please also note it down. If accumulated profit and reserve not to be shown in the books, then the treatment will be profit or reserves account debit to the partner's capital account. And the existing accumulated profit and reserve will be divided among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. Just write down the journal entry. I've already written all these in the previous slide. Now. Just note the journal entry. P&L account debit or reserves account debit, the partner's capital. Done, everyone?
Done, sir.
Done. So we'll do this small question based on the situation number 1. So question 73 says that X, Y, and Z are partners sharing the profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. They have decided to change their existing profit sharing ratio to 1:1:1. Pass journal entry if general reserve 10,000 and profit and losses 20,000 appear in the old balance sheet. The question is saying that there are no other partners entering into business. Only the existing partner have decided to change their profit sharing ratio. So since the profit sharing ratio is being changed, that means reconstitution is taking place. And whenever reconstitution takes place, we need to treat the accumulated reserves or the general reserve or the profit and losses that appears in the balance sheet. So currently in the balance sheet, there is a general reserve of rupees 10,000, and then there is a balance profit and loss of rupees 20,000 appears in the old balance sheet. Now the question is that this question number 73 is silent about whether partner have decided to distribute the general reserve or the profit among themselves or not. Question is not telling us anything whether they have decided to distribute it or whether they want to show it in the balance sheet in the future as well. So whenever a question is silent about whether partners have decided to distribute it or not, we will simply presume that we are going to distribute it among the partners. They must have choose to distribute it among themselves. Got it? Whenever the question is silent, whether partners have decided to distribute it or not, we will simply presume that partner must have decided to distribute it among themselves. So in this question, what are we going to do? Solution to question number 73. So what is the value of the general reserve? General reserves and the profits. Value of the general reserve is 10,000 and profit is 20,000. 10,000 and 20,000. So that means 30,000 will be divided among the partners, and this will be distributed among the partners in what ratio? Distributed among partners in the old ratio. Got it, everyone? So in order to distribute it among the partners in the old ratio, we will be passing the general entry like this. Profit and loss account debit to and general reserve account debit as well. General reserve account debit. Two, partners. So what are the partners? X, Y, and Z are partners, right? So two, X capital account. Two, Y's capital account. Two, Z's capital. Got it, everyone? So profit is how much? Profit is 20,000. Reserve is 10,000. That means we need to divide 30,000 in their old sharing ratio, old profit sharing. What was their old profit sharing ratio? Old profit sharing ratio was 5:3:2. 5:3:2. That is the old profit sharing ratio. So that means 30,000 in the old profit sharing ratio. What must have been the share of X? X share must have been 5/10. Right? Is that clear? So that means 15,000 for X, and similarly 30,000 into 5 into 3/10. So this means 9,000, and remaining will be taken over by DZ. 30,000 into 2/10. So this will be 6,000. Tell me, everyone, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Please note it down quickly. This is the scenario 1 when partners have decided to distribute the profit among themselves. Kuchi, Mariam, Heba, and Ayan. Any doubts? Anyone?
No, sir.
Done, everyone? Let me know when you're done. We need to do one question based on the second situation also.
Done, sir.
What about others?
One minute, sir.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay. Okay, so next situation. Next situation is if accumulated profit and reserve to be shown in the balance sheet, shown in the books of account in future as well. So if partners have decided to show the accumulated profit or reserves in the books of account in future as well, in that case, the treatment will be done by passing one small general entry, which will be gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. All right. So I hope this general entry you will be able to remember. Now moving to the question number 74, which is that X, Y, and Z are partners sharing the profits and losses equal in the ratio 1:1:1. Profit and losses of rupees 18,000 appears in the books. Partner decided to change the PSR in the ratio of 5:3:2. Pass the general entry without affecting their book values. So the last point, the last line in this question is making clear that that the partners still want the profits to be shown in the books of account in future as well. So that means this question is based on the second situation. So let's do the required adjustment for this question. All right. So question number 70. So first of all, we already know the whenever partner decide to show the accumulated profit and reserve in the profit as in the future as well. In such a situation, we need to pass the general entry like the gaining partner's capital account will be debited to the sacrificing partner's capital account. But the question is that before passing the general entry, we must determine who is gaining and who is sacrificing, right? So for that purpose, we'll have to find out the gaining and sacrificing share of the partner. So we'll write down gaining and sacrificing partners. So how many partners are there? There are 3 partners, X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Currently, their profit sharing ratio is 1:1:1. That means X is sharing 1/3 of the profit, 1/3, and 1/3. Now they have decided to change their profit sharing ratio to 5:3:2. All right, so this 5:3:2. That means 5:3:2. That means X new share will be 5/10, Y will be 3/10, and Z will be 2/10. And their existing share is 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. So to find out the gaining and sacrificing share, and I already told you, we need to apply this formula: new share minus the old share. So when you will subtract the old share out of the new share, you will get the sacrificing or the gaining share of the partner. So 5/10 minus 1/3, we will get 10, and 2/. 5/30 positive, and similarly here we will get 30 and 3, so minus 7/30. All right, everyone. So this is the sacrificing and the gaining share of the partner. So since X is getting the positive value, that means he must be gaining, and they are sacrificing. Clear, everyone? Is this clear or not? Alexander and everyone else.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so since we got the sacrificing and the gaining share of the partner, now it is clear that Y and Z are sacrificing and X is gaining. So the general entry will be Y's capital account debit will be Y's capital account debit, Z's capital account debit. Just a minute, I think I'm doing the wrong entry. The general entry is gaining partner to sacrificing. Gaining to sacrifice. And X is gaining. So X capital account will be debited. Okay. So this will be the general entry, X capital account debit to Y's capital account to Z's capital. All right, everyone, is this clear? Now the question is, sir, how much profit needs to be divided? So profit that is required to be divided among the partner is 18,000. So 18,000 X will be getting 18,000 into what was his gaining share? 5 by 30. So 5 by 30. And similarly, 18,000 into 1 by 30. And Z will be sacrificing 18,000 into 4 by 30. Clear, everyone? 18,000 into 5 by 30 will be how much? It will be 3,000, right? And similarly, 18,000 divided by 30, it will be 600, and this will be 2,400. Tell me, everyone, is this clear or not? This was the second. That's question number 74 based on second scenario. Please note it down. Let me know when you are done. Note it down quickly.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Khushi, Ayan, and Alexander.
Done, sir.
All right. So this is it for today's class. We'll talk about. We will do more question based on the same concept. And since we need to discuss one more point in the next class, then we will discuss. Then we'll discuss the other questions. We need to discuss question. We need to discuss one more concept, which is workman compensation reserve. And after discussing that, we will be able to solve a lot of questions. So for now, I'm just giving you one question for your homework. Okay, so let's leave it for today. I'm not giving you any homework for today's class. Since question number 75, you won't be able to do this. I'll have to explain this, and then only you will be able to calculate this question. So this is it for today's class. All of you, thank you so much. We will discuss more about this in the next class. Till then, all of you, goodbye. Take.
Thank you, sir.
Kochi and Alexander, all of you can log out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Bye bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, good evening. Sania, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Sania, there's one problem today. I don't have a camera. So you won't be able to see my face.
It's okay,
The
sir.
camera, there's some problem with my camera. All right.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we'll